you send it to Michelle? Is it going to be the same link if you restart it? Oh, okay. No, it's not. Okay. Let's repost all of the links on Lilypad. Let's take down those other ones. Okay. Will the reblog show the edit as well? It's not showing the edit. Oh, you're doing it now. Okay. Shell, yay! Right. You didn't still misspelled installment.
Okay.
What's wrong with feeling?
Once more. Now I'm not muted. Okay, so we posted the pre-reblog. I have some technical difficulties sometimes. Operator error.
Operator malfunction. Something.
Can you hear Orli all right? Hi, Liz.
Yes, it's here.
Yay. I gotta let Mama know we're working.
Can't hear me much. Okay.
You should turn up your mic there, boo-boo.
Let's see. How do I do that in Skype?
That's better.
Oh, that's better? Okay, so I just need to talk louder is the problem.
Yeah, you should probably talk louder.
Okay, I can do that.
That buzzing is actually coming from Ori's side.
Sorry, I don't know what that is.
We haven't been able to fix it. It's been there for 2 days.
Yeah, sorry. So what it is it's my, I'm using my husband's computer.
Staying in touch.
And because my webcam doesn't work on my computer anymore because I need a new one. And so I'm using his gaming headphones. So for next week, what I'll do is I have one of those big mics, similar to what you saw Ash, if you watched Full Disclosure earlier. I have one of those with some smaller earbuds so that you can see the rest of my head and not these monstrosities. Salvages too.
Okay, I totally actually goofed here and I forgot to...
Oh look, I just adjusted where the mic is and it quit buzzing.
Yes, it did.
Boom, I'm so smart. I'm so smart.
I mean, it's still there a little bit, but it's nowhere near as bad.
Oh, yeah, it just started it again. Oh, wait.
Okay.
I'm gonna play with it.
Yeah, you do that. I apologize for all of the technical errors that we're having right now. This is our first live stream. We've been working at this for 2 days to try to get it set up, and obviously we didn't work hard enough. Hi everyone. I'm really excited that you guys are all here for this. Like it means so much to me and Ori to have you guys here with us. Mama, hi. Okay, do you want to jump into this now? She wishes there was a moose under her desk.
Look, I'm telling you right now, my death will occur September 11th in Shy Con, just as soon as I walk out of that photo op. I'm not going to survive it. There's no way. Holy crap.
Neither of us are going to survive Shy-Con. Like, let's just be real here. September 11th will probably be the last time anybody will ever hear from us.
Yeah.
We're going to die. You gotta speak up again, Ori.
Ah, crap. Well, crap. How's this, Mama? It's tater tot casserole. God, it's so awful. Like, I can hear it in my own ears out back.
Are you making fun of the fact that Mama is from Minnesota?
No, I'm not. I'm trying to talk. I'm not even going to try it. I'm going to stop. Because it's terrible. It's awful.
You should stop. It is very bad.
It's awful. Moose is making the buzzing noise. That's what I'm going to name mine. Never.
I thought we were going to be professional here, Ori.
I'm trying to be professional.
Okay, we should probably jump into this now.
Yes, let's jump into it. No, you go ahead.
If anyone doesn't know, I am Leviathan's Love Dick, aka Kelsey.
And I am Oriona 75, like it says down there. And yeah, so this is Orli's Lilypad. Yay!
Yay! It's the first installment. We're really excited to be here tonight and doing this with you guys because it means a lot to us. We're working in direct correlation with the SBN fanfic pond.
Yes, and if you don't know what the pond is, I'm not going to tell you because I just lost the whole link that I had for it. Crap.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what the pond is. The pond is it's a blog that was started by Mana Watt and A Profound Bond with Dean to bring together writers, betas of all types. We have the Big Fish, which are our seasoned writers that are great and they've been writing for a long time and can offer advice to everyone. Then there are mutuals who, they're kind of right there in the middle. I am on the mutual list as well as the beta list, as well as Ori. And then we have our guppies, which are our fresh writers that are just starting out and they're great. And then obviously we have our betas.
Yeah, which we are also both on that list as well.
Yeah, if you ever need anything beta'd, do not hesitate to come to me or Ori.
Absolutely. So, what else?
Okay.
So what we're going to be doing with the Lilypad, basically is we're going to do some fic recs, most of which will specifically come from the pond. Kelsey and I will at least have one each every week, and then we're going to have Mana's fic pick of the week and Kale's fic pick of the week. And Kale, if you don't know, is a profound bond with Dean. That's what we call her in the trash squad, and Kale's a lot easier to say than a profound bond with Dean. That's
right. Try that. That's a mouthful.
Kale is a mouthful. I'm gonna tell her that. I'm gonna tell her that next time I talk to her. Like,
you should definitely know that I feel like she's a mouthful.
And I hate to say it, but I kind of feel like I already know what her response would be. But we're
segue.
So, if you guys have a fic that you'd like us to see, I know a lot of our guppies are tagging SPN Fanfic Pond. You can also tag and follow Orli's Lilypad, ORLISLILYPAD. And you can tag us in that as well if you'd like for us to see it.
Definitely. I'm always checking that blog. So if there's a tag on there, I'm definitely going to see it.
And also, you can always, if you have any questions, because we're also going to answer questions that come in either to the pond or to the Lilypad blog on writing advice. How do you do this? How do you get past a writing block?
We're also going to be working with general Tumblr functioning. If there's something on Tumblr that you can't figure out, that we may know, send us an ask.
Yeah. And we'll be happy to look into it. If we don't know how to do it, we'll figure out how to do it.
Definitely.
So let's get into some fic recs. Would you like to start, Kelsey?
I would. This is my fic rec of the week, and I absolutely have zero ulterior motives for this fic rec. Let's be real here. My fic rec of the week is Mama Peeves, Professor John. You can find that on her blog, Mrs. Squirrelchester. Part 10 just recently came out and was actually featured in The Pond. And it is all about the reader starts off as Chuck's TA and then gets transferred. Chuck has some issues going on before this, and he has a break after the reader leaves. John and the reader are trying to help him while also seeing where the relationship's going and everything. And in this last part, we do have a new character that entered.
She's horrible. She's so horrible.
Oh, hush up. Hush up.
And no, Mama, we're not going to stop because...
We're definitely not going to stop because I'm sorry,
is...
that series is one of my favorites.
Love it. I am so not... Like, I appreciate John and JDM, which I almost feel required to say because if not, Mana might come kill me. No, but I do love John and I love JDM, and this fic just, wow. Wowza. And y'all might see a... yeah, y'all are going to see my cat. Y'all are going to see Freya because she's being incredibly needy right now.
Well, all the links to the fics that we're fic-recking and all of the people that we've mentioned will be in the description at the end of the video. I've already got them queued up, ready to go. Also, the link to the Lilypad will be in the description if you're not able to get it.
Right.
Now, do you want to talk about the next thing that we're going to be doing?
Next thing or my fic rec?
I mean, you can jump in with your fic rec and then we can diverge.
Okay. So, my fic rec is actually going to be, I was actually going to do a Sam one, but I feel like that's kind of...
That's very obvious.
Yeah. This one actually, this one's a Sam one as well. I was going to do Mana's Fluffy College Sam Long Time Coming, which is good. You should check it out. It is on the first page of the SPN fanfic blog. But the one that I'm really, really enjoying right now is Black Dog, which,
good fic.
Yeah, it's a very good fic. The author is Samit Janet, and she's actually posting it to her writing blog, which is They Chose Family 67. And brief synopsis. I'll try to be brief anyway.
You need to be brief. Can't give away too much.
I know. That's the hard part. I get really excited. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta tell you what happens next.
I know.
So, Sam and Dean are hunting a pack of werewolves, and they come across this house, and they're trying to get everyone out, and the house is starting to burn down, and they rescue this woman, and she has no idea who she is. And she is currently at part 5, which I feel awful. I haven't read yet. I think I started it, but I'm fighting a cold for the last couple days.
That is true. You have been sick, my poor Orri.
Dude, I've been like, I feel like such an old woman. I'm going to bed at like 8:30, 9 o'clock.
I know. I've been dying. I'm like, where is my Orri on Skype at night?
The kids are still up, and I'm like, look, y'all got to go to bed eventually. I'm going to go, yeah. It's awful. So, but yeah, that Black Dog, I know part 4 is currently posted to the pond. Part 5 is more than likely queued, if I know Kale and Mana, because they get a lot of tags and stuff, and so they queue a lot so that those who are following the pond as readers, because that's the one thing that I really appreciate about the pond. If you guys don't know this, a lot of people know Manawat is obviously a writer, but Kale is not. That's not her forte, but she loves to read fan fiction. Most of y'all should be familiar with Kale's Sunday fic list, which is
amazing.
Yeah, it's really great.
It gives me all my reading for the week almost. Like, let's be real here.
Yeah, and it's really good because it's not just one thing. Because you're not always in the mood to read angst, or you're not always in the mood to read fluff. You know, sometimes you want something super duper smutty, and sometimes you want something super duper fluffy, and sometimes you might be in a Dean mood, or some days you might be in a Sam mood, and so it gives you a nice amalgamation. I'm gonna use a big word of a little bit of everything.
Word of the night.
Girl, I get a quarter. But it gives you a nice gathering of different characters and different genres of fics to pull from for whatever mood you're in. And
Definitely does.
But yeah, definitely check out Black Dog. Part 4 is on the pond. Part 5, I know she is posted, and we'll get that link
Yet
up.
again, the links will be in the description. I will be putting them in as soon as the video is processed when we're done with the live stream.
All right, so what is next?
We have Kale's pick of the week.
Kale's pick of the week. And I tried to get in touch with Mana for hers as well. However,
unfortunately, we kind of threw our fic rec list for this week in at short notice.
Yeah, that kind of what happened. So Kale's pick, I'll go ahead and talk about that one since I kind of read it a little bit.
Okay.
It's called Needing Q, like the letter Q. And this is written up by Extreme X Lover X, like all one word, the letter X. And this is part 1 of her Awakened series. She recently did another series called Dream. And this is actually the prequel to that. And this is not an X-Reader fic. This is actually, oops, sorry kitty, I just kicked her. This is actually an original character, Q. And I don't want to give too much away. I have read part 1 of this most of the way through. It's about 3.3k plus words, give or take, so it's fairly long. So apparently, long story short, this is set in mid-season 2. Some things will be canon, some things she's going to diverge from. But it's around the time where Sam and Dean are trying to look for other children of the yellow-eyed demon, and they get a call from Ellen to come back to the Roadhouse because she has somebody that they need to talk to, and it happens to be one of Ellen's employees. And so that's as much as I'm going to tell you about it so far, because
you don't want to give too much away, because if you give it all away, then what's the point in reading it?
Exactly. And
okay.
So, but it is going to be a Dean OC. Dean OFC. So.
Those are always great. I love OFCs. Hi, Samet. I'm sorry it took me a second to say hello. We are on a bit of a delay, so I apologize for that. The next thing that we're going to be doing is guppy promos. We're going to get a couple guppies every week from the pond and promo them. And it's going to be great because this is just getting exposure for new writers and helping everyone get people to actually read their work, because it can be really discouraging if you're putting all your time and effort into this and then nobody reads it.
Right.
And part of the pond is to get exposure for these new writers. So we're just going to help that along.
Yeah, and of course our picks of the week and Kale's pick of the week, those will be reblogged on the Lilypad blog as well.
Yes.
Our picks, we'll get Samet's most recent installation of Black Dog and reblog that as well. So yeah, I'm trying to see. And then of course the other thing that we're gonna do, because we don't really, other than the Extreme X Lover Rec Kale, we don't really have any of the guppies to rec at this point yet.
No, this is our first live stream, and hi.
Oh, who's here?
SBN NCIS Do Kelly.
Oh, hi.
Definitely. On the whole send us asks and everything too, it doesn't have to be about writing advice. It doesn't have to be about Tumblr advice. It can literally just be if you want to drop an ask and know something about us, or want us to maybe incorporate something that we would be willing to do. Just drop us a line. Like, Ori and I are both probably some of the easiest people to talk to. Any of our friends know that.
We're pretty chill.
Like, I literally started talking to Ori because I spammed her master list one day.
That's true.
I stalked her blog, and then I just messaged her. Or I sent her an ask, because this is before we had messaging, and I was like, "Oh my God, you're so amazing! I love you."
And I was like, oh my God, what are you talking about? Are you nuts? Like,
And
and of
that's how
course I
me and Ori
saw,
became
I,
friends.
okay, okay. So some of y'all, if you follow the Oriona 75 blog, I did a thing where I did a video about to color my hair, and I said I was going to do a video to show you guys. So this is kind of part of that too, and I'll turn on the light here a second so you can really see it. But oh God, where was I going with that? There was
I
something
have
with
no
that.
idea where you were
Okay.
taking
Oh,
that.
I
You
know where I was going.
derailed.
Wow's Amtrak moment. No, the whole point. My natural color, if you saw that video, my natural color is blonde. It's a dark blonde, but it's there. And sometimes it really goes all the way to the roots. So when Kelsey first messaged me, I'm going, Leviathans love dick. And I'd watched through all the seasons, but I was just like, well, that's kind of odd but funny. And then I was like, Dick Roman, Leviathans. Ha!
There
brilliant.
you go.
Yeah. So sometimes the blonde goes all the way to the roots. So yeah, it was such as my Amtrak moment. Oh geez, I'm being attacked.
Yeah, that was definitely a full on Amtrak moment there.
Sorry.
It happens. We all have them. I am seriously the worst.
Worst. I love that we're coordinated and matching though.
I know we are.
Yeah, we both have our
We have our getting by with the little hell putties.
Robin Rich.
Yay.
I wrapped it on my belly.
Yeah, I'm not.
But now I can't sit down because the cat's underneath me. She literally sat down. Wow! I just got a cheap thrill. Okay.
Oh my God! Ori, this
ma'am.
is supposed to be professional, man. You're killing it. You're killing it.
Oh, jeez. I'm terrible.
You're the worst.
No way. I'm terrible. This is Freya. She's rotten.
My animals are all jerks, and
They're quiet though right now. So
I know, it's such a
I'm
shocker.
kinda-
They're
I know.
actually quiet. That's so awesome, Sam. I love this. This hoodie is like literally the softest thing I have ever worn in my life.
Okay, so I actually do have a couple questions that were sent into the pond.
Okay.
So let me hop
You
back
totally just blindsided me with
over.
this.
Sorry, I know. I'm sorry, but I feel like this is one that we could handle easily.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm
So-
actually not upset about it. It's okay.
Okay, cool.
We'll get some on the spot Kelsey thinking. That's frightening.
There you go. So Kale and Manna got an
I
ask
can confirm, Michelle.
to wait. What?
Michelle had the same thing happen to her last night. Such is kitty life.
Oh yeah.
I can confirm this. Okay, sorry. I'm paying attention to the chat too, and since we're on such a delay.
So, Kale got an ask into the pond, and this person is writing their first fan fiction right now. And they said it's approximately 75% smut, 25% fluff, and they want to know any advice for a first-time fanfic writer.
Tags.
Yes.
Tags. Oh my God, tags. Like,
Even
I
if you
cannot.
think the tag doesn't make sense.
I cannot stress this enough. Like, literally, anybody that has XKit and can actually see my tags, it is literally like a paragraph this freaking long of tags. And I'm tagging it as everything. Like, if it's a Sam X Reader fic, it's Sam X Reader, Sam Winchester X Reader, Sam Winchester, Sam Smut, Sam Winchester Smut. And then I go through and it's the SBN Smut, Supernatural Smut, SBN fanfic, Supernatural fanfic.
Right.
Everything.
And there is, oh gosh, I wish I was on my other computer. That also take into consideration that typically when people are searching on Tumblr only takes into account 9 times out of 10 the first 20 tags. So you want to get the important stuff in there first, like Sam X Reader, Sam Winchester X Reader. If it's smut, if it's fluff, if it's angst, that kind of thing, so that people are actually can find it real easy. Also, there is an add-on that you can get for XKit that will allow you to build your tags and keep them together so that you're not having to write them out every time.
Yeah, that's
Mimi told me
definitely
about
helpful.
this one, and I was like, Mimi, which is, if you don't know Mimi, that's Dean's Dirty Little Secret.
Dean's Dirty Little Secret blog.
Thank you, and somehow I muted myself right there in the middle of that. But
She's amazing. Let's
yeah,
just throw that out there really quick.
she's the okay. So it's
I've
so
been told
anywhere.
it's been the first 5. I've been told it's the first 15.
So
Okay,
get
well,
the important ones in at least for the first 5.
right. Make sure you get your Sam X Reader, Dean X Reader, whatever, in the
Right,
first 5 tags.
right. So that's one thing. The other advice for a first-time fic writer, get yourself a beta. Find someone that you feel
Definitely.
comfortable with reading it beforehand, because I can tell you, just for me personally, I will write something and then reread it 2 and 3 times, and there's things that I'll completely miss. There's words that are left out, they're in the wrong order, there's punctuation that's just not where it's supposed to be or doesn't make any sense.
Definitely. I have that problem all the time. I always have Michelle beta for me.
Right. And so find somebody that you're comfortable with. If you need recommendations on betas,
Go to the pond.
yep,
They've
there's a
got
whole
a
beta
full
section.
list of betas.
And some of
Also,
them, some people are specific. They don't want it like, Kelsey's one that she's definitely one that she's going to make sure that your grammar's on point, your punctuation's on point. But there's some people who really aren't comfortable with that. They'll edit for content only. So, and I know those are marked on the
they
beta.
are marked on the pond. But yeah, no, definitely if you come to me, like, expect a grammar Nazi. I am the worst about that.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrible. I will literally nitpick everything.
I've
And
literally
if
called her and been like, well, first I tried to message Michelle, but I think she was still sleeping. I was like, Kelsey, I need help. I need to know about commas. What?
I'm like, what?
need
I'm
help
like,
with
literally, I'm
commas.
in the car bringing my daughter home from school. And I'm like,
She
what
just got this
do you
text.
need?
Help. HALP. Help.
So I call her. I'm like, help what?
I'm like, I need
And she's
comma
like,
help.
I need help with commas. And I'm like, that is not specific. Like, what do you need help with
Right.
commas?
Right. So,
And I mean, we eventually got it figured out. But no, definitely, Liz, bug the crap out of people. Message,
Yeah.
spam me if you need to. Seriously,
I actually
sometimes.
have.
I mean, I have a 2-year-old, so I'm not always super active during the day. Spam me. If you need something, spam the crap out of me.
Yeah, and I actually have a separate email just for betaing.
Betaing?
Yeah, it just
It sounds so weird. It hits the ear wrong. It is what
Yeah.
it is.
But I have a separate email just for that, just so it doesn't get confused in my list of what I'm currently writing.
I have a completely separate email just for betaing as well. So if anyone needs that, I mean, send me stuff on Google Docs. I mean, let me know that you're sending me stuff on Google Docs, or it will get lost in my Fics.
That's another tip for a first-time writer.
Google
As
Docs.
wonderful as Word is, as wonderful as OpenOffice is, whatever
As
you want
wonderful
to
as
use,
Libre is, Google Docs is life.
because the minute you stop typing, it automatically saves it in the drive.
Yes.
Automatically. So if your computer crashes,
It's
the drive
there.
still has it.
And
And
you
it
can
has
get-
it right where you stopped.
And you can get the app on the phone, so like say you're like me and you've got stuff going on during the day where you can't exactly be on the computer all the time. If you get a little earbug and you can't get it out, you can pull up that app on the phone and just type it out really quick and you're good.
Right. Like, for example, I know Balthazar's Muse, who was on
Full Disclosure
earlier
Tonight.
which was a great interview. Go check that out.
Definitely.
She writes exclusively on Google Docs because she doesn't have a computer or laptop right now, which Skyping with Balth's Muse is hilarious. I love her to pieces because her phone will like start doing really weird shit. Like she tried to just throw in a bunch of different letters at one point earlier, and it completely changed it all to sushi, and we were like, what? Like,
See, I only got to pop in for the last part of the Full Disclosure interview because I have a thing, no technology at the dinner table, and we were
Which is
eating
good.
dinner.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm a huge proponent of
thought
family
the first,
dinners.
I think the first 10 minutes, I was in the car driving home from the movie. So I couldn't, for some reason, it would let me watch, but it wouldn't let me chat. So, but yeah, that's another one that's usually done on Saturday nights. There's not a set day and time because it depends on whenever they are interviewing is available.
They did. Ash did just say that she would be posting the schedule for February and March here soon, so you'll be able to check that out and see who's coming up, and it'll have the dates and times on there for when they're going to be on.
Right. And I know next week is going to be I Lost My Shoe 79, Kimmy,
which is exciting.
Yes,
she'll be on full disclosure for Valentine's Day, the day before. She'll be on the 13th.
Have you read the most recent Faking It chapter?
I can't talk about this right now because I'm so behind on faking. I went into smut overload because of Kimmy. Kimmy literally killed me. I was laying on my floor, dying, because I couldn't handle it.
Wait, which Stitch?
It's Leslie, is her name. Hello?
Is that Femplune?
I think so.
Is that... Yeah, it must be Sam and Stitch.
Okay.
I'm trying to get...
It's so hard to keep track of.
URLs.
Right. Can we have a quick roll call on who's here via URL?
Yes, please. I know y'all have done some of it already.
I know. We're just trying to keep track. Okay, I had one more thing to add to the new writer advice, actually, before we freaking derailed completely.
Which time?
Each time. Submit your fics to something like Dirty Supernatural Imagines.
If they're dirty.
Well, yeah, obviously. But there are other blogs that do that as well. Find a blog that does that and submit your fics there. Because a lot of people, when they're new to reading on Tumblr, I know this is what I did. I found blogs like that, and that's how I found a lot of the authors that I started following.
I'm sorry, guys. My pizza's here. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll be left here alone.
I'm sorry. I love you.
It's fine. I love you too.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, well, we will see you when you get back in a second, Kelly. Yeah. Now, see, it's weird because it's just a one-sided thing. It's just Kelsey here alone. Tear. But yeah. I don't know where to go from here, actually. Run, Forrest. Yeah, I'd be running to get that pizza. I feel so awkward. I'm sitting here by myself. Oh God. Ori needs to hurry back. I don't work well as a solo act. I am not a fan of burritos, as weird as that is. I love like all other Mexican food, but burritos do not do it for me. Ooh, see now I will get down on some margaritas. Oh God, my biggest pet peeve, thank you, Michelle, by the way, you just saved my life. My biggest pet peeve when reading fanfics is probably when I open a fic and it has no paragraph breaks. That is enough for me to absolutely lose my mind. I mean, that sounds kind of petty to some people, but no paragraph breaks. Ah.
Oh yeah, that's no bueno.
Hi, Pauline.
Oh, Pauline. Oh, I know who that is. Crap. Blushing Sam girl.
Yay.
I was like, wait. That's me. That's me,
Yeah,
Mama.
that's Ori.
I
Her
can't.
headset's breaking. Next week we will have that fixed.
And it's basically freaking brand new. Are y'all still hearing it?
I'm not hearing it so bad anymore.
I'm on.
Yeah, definitely. If there's just one giant block of text, my eyes can't follow it. I have vision problems. I don't have my glasses anymore because my dog decided to eat them. I can't believe that that sentence is actually like plausible in my life, but it is. So I have issues.
Sorry. Okay. Um, my one of my biggest pet peeves when reading a fic, um, is probably if the wording. I actually have a couple.
You're just picky.
So I kind of am. Like, okay, so if I come across a fic just on my dash and it's more than 1,000 words and you don't use the keep reading
Oh God.
feature, like it's one thing if you don't know how to do it, but it's very easy to figure out. I know Mimi just did a whole post because someone asked her how to do it, and so but yeah, if it's more than 1,000 words and it's just like taking up my, because I read a lot on my phone,
I
and
don't want to have to sit here
if
and
it's wall o text, I'm like, no, anybody got time for this? And then what else?
that
If
no,
like
that keep reading feature is seriously
it's life. It's
when
life.
someone
Like
like I am
give me
honestly
2 paragraphs and let's then
I
I'll
am
decide if
honestly
I'm in
more
or
likely to read someone's fic if it has a keep reading on it.
agreed. Agreed. Um, and yeah, give me 2 paragraphs and then, which is typically what I do. I'm gonna give you 2 paragraphs to really get into it. I feel like if I can't get into it after 2 paragraphs, then I'm probably not gonna be into it at all.
Oh God, Michelle, don't even start me on the was sat.
Oh Jesus, I don't even want to.
Okay, no. That is the one of my biggest grammatical pet peeves. What like she was sat.
Oh no.
No. Please no. Please no.
Um, if I came
See,
across,
I only give one paragraph before I keep reading.
I usually do too. But anyway, my other pet peeves are if the wording and the yeah, that's another kind of the was sat. So I came across one day and I was trying to read it and just the the word usage was just really wonky, and it wasn't like, it's one thing like if you get into it and it's just there one time, like just was
Right,
that or
right.
was
I can
just
can
that one.
understand
I can overlook
one
that,
error.
but when you continue to read it and it's just like, whoa, I'm like, I can't take you seriously. I'm sorry. What else?
Yeah, I with the fact that I am a grammar Nazi, if it's just terrible grammar. I
Yeah.
mean, I feel really bad for that because a lot of these stories that are like that have a great storyline. But when I have to sit here and I have to in my head correct all of these errors to make it readable, I
But
can't handle it.
sometimes I've noticed a lot of it. Sometimes they're people who are English is not their first language, and so they're trying to translate from German or Italian or whatever.
I totally understand
English.
that. I
And
totally
so,
understand
and
that.
if you're one of those people, look, more power to you. The fact that you
I
take
can't
time
write in
to
a second
sit
language.
down, yeah, I can't write in a second language. I can barely speak French, and most of it's really bad French, to be perfectly honest with you. And
Most
but
of the Spanish that I can speak is horrible Spanish too. Don't feel bad.
right. So if you're one of those people that do that, I would definitely recommend you find an English speaking beta who can help you tweak your fic to where your sentence structure and grammar makes sense. Because even when you put it, and I'm trying to think, which is not my.
I can see the smoke.
The hamster's dying. The
Yeah.
wheel is breaking.
The wheel is
Oh,
still going, but the hamster is
the
dead.
hamster's died long ago. The other pet peeve that I have is when you try and cram too much information into one sentence.
That just creates a huge run-on.
Right. If you have a sentence that looks like an entire paragraph in Google Docs,
No bueno.
you can really easily break it up and reword it, and it'll still work perfectly fine. So, and that's one of those things that you would catch when you go back and edit yourself, or when you send it to your beta. You can still get all that information in there and have it make sense, because once you start throwing all that information in, it doesn't always make sense. So, does anybody else have any questions?
Right.
I could sit here and talk about pet peeves forever.
I could too, but let's get off this topic before we sound like nitpicky jerks.
I have a pet peeve that J2 don't like my favorite kind of pizza. But at the same time...
Is it because you put pineapple on it?
Okay. So, this is my favorite pizza. I get it from Papa John's. It is...
Dear Lord.
I know. It's Hawaiian barbecue chicken bacon. Yeah, it's everything that J2 hates on a pizza.
Already done. It's everything that I hate on pizza. Me and J2 could get along, pizza-wise.
Like, it's to some extent, it's kind of like, oh, you don't like my pizza. But at the same time, it's like, yay, more for me.
See, I'm really sitting here like, I hope they don't like my pizza so I can stuff my face on a full large. Because let's be real, fat kid here. Thank you.
Look, I'm right there with you. I'm not exactly
no, we're good. We're good.
So,
we're good.
But yeah,
we'll just like
it's
stuff our
barbecue
faces
sauce
on pizza.
Instead
That's
of
disgusting.
marinara.
Oh my god.
Grilled chicken, bacon.
That's
and
not even
pineapples.
pizza anymore.
It tastes like pizza to me.
That's
Dude, okay,
not even
I got
pizza
into these
anymore.
10 years ago when I was pregnant with my son, and could eat a whole large in one sitting by myself. Of course,
I can still eat a whole large in one sitting by myself. And I ain't pregnant.
I've got nothing for you. I don't know.
And I will eat that pizza completely, like, so much cheese and loaded with double pepperoni and, like, double mushroom. Heaven.
Yes, Stitch had a good, don't put two characters' actions in one sentence. That's another good one.
That is a good one.
Semicolon. Salvachester, I do not think you ever use your semicolon.
Ooh, Mama has a good question for us. What fic have you written that is your favorite? I'm going to let you answer that one first.
Oh, standalone fic or series? I have to.
That is true. That is a huge criteria for me as well.
Yeah, because I have special reasons for it. God, I wish she was.
I have special. Shush. Do not go into a crisis right now. I cannot handle it.
No, I'm not going into a crisis. I'm just wishing that Tara was here.
Mm-hmm.
If Tara was here, I would do her dance for her.
Standalone fic? What's your favorite standalone fic you've written?
Sexy Mountain Man that I wrote for Tara.
Aww.
And because, it was supposed to be my first attempt at smut. And it started off real well, and then I guess, I don't know, I got shy about writing it. And so it started off kind of smutty, and then I was just like, oh my god, I can't write this. And so they kind of ran off. And so, yeah, that's my Sam reader. Sam and Dean and Reader, they all live in the bunker, and there's a lull on the case, and Sam starts growing a beard just because, and Dean starts giving him shit about it, and...
Of course it's a moose fic. Is anyone surprised that her favorite fic is a Sam fic? Let's be real here.
Well, there's more to this story about why it's funny. So, this was before Bouts Muse did the No Shave November project that she did.
I did that.
And it just kind of, me and Tara, which is Climb That Moose Like a Tree, crap, now I have to do it. It's like an OCD thing. I feel like Sheldon on The Big Bang Theory. So it's every time I see her URL, I end up singing and dancing to her URL.
I've
So
seen this a few times, so.
I can't help it. So it's cloud that moves like a tree.
Oh my god. It doesn't fail to make me laugh.
It makes me laugh too, and that's why I love it so much.
Okay.
So she and I got to talking about it, and she was like, "Yeah, we need a bearded Sam fic," and I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna write this." So the night that I go to write it, I was in the chair that I'm in now, not the chair that is behind me, which is the chair that I flipped over one night while on Skype chat with Ash and Ree, Kitten of Doomage, and because that chair's broken and it doesn't have a thing to lock it to keep it from reclining. This one does. But apparently I turned it off or something, and I was listening to some music, and I went to push back from my desk, and I went...
Okay. You're derailing. You're
No,
derailing.
I'm not. So there was that, but I had been drinking while writing this fic, and I was listening to music. I threw myself back out of the chair. I actually did that twice, and then in the middle of writing it, I got distracted, and I put a post up telling Tara, I'm working on your bearded Sam fic. However, what I typed was, I'm working on your breaded Sam fic. And it was so funny that I couldn't change it. So it became breaded Sam from then on. And then in my drunken stupidity, I got the munchies, and I wanted French toast. So I kept having this thing in my head that for my Jared op, that I wanted us to share a piece of French toast, but I don't know how to get that in and hang on to it to where it's any good for a photo.
Yeah, you're probably not gonna. Bye, Leslie.
Bye. I'm glad you came.
I'm definitely glad you came. Thanks for joining us for our first time out.
Yes, same bat time, same bat channel next week.
Definitely.
So, but yeah, so that's my favorite standalone for multiple reasons. Just because I was happy about the way that it came out despite my drunken shenanigans, and because of the drunken shenanigans. It was just too much fun. So, what is your favorite standalone fic?
Okay, well, I was gonna say testing boundaries, but I've kind of come to terms with the fact that Caretaker will always be my favorite standalone fic, and that's my Chuck X reader. Is there really any surprise there, though?
Not so much.
I mean, I'd been scouring for good Chuck fluff, and I hadn't found any in forever. And I was like, you know what? No. I'm going to write some Chuck fluff. And this is the same night that Abaddon with Y'all Jess had her live stream for her, I can't even actually remember, it's been so long for what she was doing it for. But I'm in here and I'm like, you guys are seriously distracting me from writing my Chuck fluff. And Jess just goes, Chuck? And I'm like, yeah, is that a problem? Like, so then it was a back and forth between me and her about how I was writing a Chuck fic. And
didn't I send you a prompt for the Chuck fic too? And
I do believe you did.
When with the writing agency hires you to take care of it? Yeah.
Yes, you sent me that prompt.
I sent you that one.
Yes, you did. And I love you for it because that is now my favorite standalone fic.
Was that the one? Is
yes.
it the same one?
Yes.
Oh, I thought the one that I had suggested was It Got Dirty.
Well, it could have got dirty, but I didn't get it dirty because I was like, I just want to give him hot chocolate and cook for him. Right. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I have my dirty Chuck thoughts. Like, let's not even go there. Let's not even go there. But in that moment, I was like, I need Chuck fluff.
Right.
I mean, he is the light of my life. Anybody that knows me knows that Chuck or Rob Benedict are my everything. And I'm going to stop this conversation now before I go into a crisis.
Yes. No crises on the live stream.
Okay, I think we should wrap this up in about 5 minutes since we'll have been on for about an hour.
Well, I actually just got a text from Mana.
Okay.
And let me see. She sent in her pick.
Awesome. Perfect timing.
The One That Got Away by Ariana Winchester, who actually just started following me.
She started following me today, too. That's exciting.
Oh, geez. Hang on.
Oh, we have a couple questions too.
Oh, sweet.
Mama asks, have you ever read a fic that was so bad that you could read nothing else from that author?
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm not going to name any names because that would be very rude, but there were a couple of authors that I unfollowed because of serious grammatical errors that just drove me insane. The premise of their stories, they were decent, but I just couldn't get past all of the nonsense.
I don't know that there's been an author that
Hi,
I've...
Manna.
Yeah, there's Manna. I don't know that there's any authors that I've read before that that I just couldn't read again. I don't know that I've ever even unfollowed anybody, to be perfectly honest with you.
I am the worst at that. Like, let's be real here. I unfollow people all the time.
I'd like to say that I do, but I really
Well,
don't. And it's probably
also-
one of those things. I think I've unfollowed one person, and it had nothing to do with writing or anything. Just I felt like the spam that came across my dash was just
I
like
also see.
same
I don't
crap over and
unfollow.
over.
I don't unfollow people because of writing a lot. What I unfollow is generally because I end up following blogs and then they go inactive,
Right?
and I'm like, this is depressing. So then I just go and unfollow them. But what are the big do's and don'ts for writing smut?
Oh, gee.
I can tell you Michelle's biggest don't. Do not paint her walls.
No.
Or do not spill his hot seed.
I can live with feeling
I have done both.
but yeah.
I have done both. I have no shame. But now, every time I see the expression, he painted her walls, all I can see in my head is Michelle going like this with her pretend paint roller.
Yep, no painting the walls. I would say draw as far as do's and don'ts for smut.
Keep track
Don't-
of your limbs.
Yeah, keep track of your limbs. Go like grab a couple Barbie dolls, just to make sure if you need to work that out.
Right, I mean, I've read some fics where I'm like, is that position even actually physically possible?
Where is her hand? Where is her arm?
Did he dislocate her leg to put her in this position? Because I'm sorry, I'm flexible. I used to be a gymnast. My leg don't bend like that.
Oh God. What else?
I'm sorry, I just read Michelle's chat.
I know. Oh my God. I know. I love it.
Oh my God. We're just completely derailing here because of the chat.
The other thing that I would say as far as don'ts is don't write something that you're not comfortable with. Just because you get a request from someone, if your requests are open, doesn't mean you are obligated in any way to write it. Especially, and this isn't just smut, this is no matter what it is. If someone sends you a request and you're not comfortable writing it, whether it's because of a trigger or because you don't feel like you know enough about it to write it properly, don't do it.
See, if you push yourself to write something like that, it's gonna come across stiff.
Yeah, stiff
and everyone's gonna be able to tell that you weren't into it, and it's just gonna be subpar work on your end.
Right.
Okay,
so,
you guys need to stop talking about the cock exploding.
Yeah, hello.
I can't handle it right now. I'm trying to keep,
I know, I'm just like, I'm not looking at chat. Oh God, Manna, stop it.
Explodey blood kink thing. I think that's the quote of the night.
Yeah, explodey blood. Is it a bloody explode kink thing? I think the fourth kind's a bloody explode kink.
Oh my God, shut up.
I'm such Sam trash. It's so bad.
You are Sam trash. It's wonderful though. Writing's
what else?
hard.
What are some do's of smut?
Do's of smut. I mean, is this my personal do's here? Because
Okay, so I can't say write what you know
Because,
specifically.
I mean, some people don't know anything and still write great smut.
I was just about to, I know one person in particular who does not have a lot of experience, I'll put it that way, but writes some of the most filthy, dirty,
Oh,
wonderful,
yeah.
nether quivering stuff
Nether quivering.
that I have ever read, and she knows who she is.
I mean, it's just, it can be ridiculous. I can't, like I said, I was gonna say, are we talking about my personal smut dues? Because I can go on about that for a minute. Like, how personal y'all willing to get here?
Yeah, definitely write what you're comfortable with. Write something that you have some experience.
If you don't know about a kink or a specific type of thing, whatever, I don't even know where the frick I was going with that. Look it up. Research it.
Ooh. Crap, I just hit something. Trying to think, or ask someone. Ask like, hey, do you know anything about this? I had someone recently. They were asking me for a suggestion on something, and I was like, well, what about this? And they're like, I know nothing about that, but I'm sort of interested in it. What do you know? And so I was able to kind of help them out. They were able to bounce ideas off of me, and I was able to provide some experience, and that's as much as I'm telling you about that.
Okay, well,
So,
I think it is time to wrap this up.
yep.
We.
So, no, you go ahead.
I totally lost my train of thought.
So, next week we'll be back, same, and I'm excited about next week because
I'm super excited too. We'll have a full week to actually prepare a full show with a full fic rec list. We'll have some guppy promos for you guys.
right, we'll have Nana's fic pick of the week, Kale's fic pick of the week. Also, with Valentine's Day coming up, we'll have Smut Appreciation Day, also known as Smut Apocalypse, which will be on Wednesday. Which I am working on I'm actually working on two things. I'm working on something with Mana, which we keep saying we're gonna work on it, but we just never do. So that might be tonight. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. And then I'm working on a second thing by myself.
I'm working on. I am actually throwing in a fic that will be tagged for the Smut Apocalypse. Hi, Kayla. I'm sorry you came in right at the end.
I know. I feel bad. What else? And then right after Smut Apocalypse, we have Galentine's Day, which is being done it's a project started by Jess Abaddon with y'all. And
I actually don't know anything about that. You're gonna have to enlighten me.
That one it's kind of like a Secret Santa for Valentine's Day. So we sent in, those of us who were interested, we sent in that we wanted to participate, and we wanted what character we would like a story for. And she is actually having her mom, also known as Mama Doc, select the pairings for everyone.
Okay.
And so it's just going to be Sam X Reader. It's going to be generalized fics. We're not going to get super specific with it.
Right.
But it'll be...
Tuesday, stock up on batteries day.
Tuesday. And then Thursday will be treat your UTIs day.
Yes.
So someone's asking me to explain the apocalypse. So basically what it is, this is another project that was started by Manawat and also done with our friend Sunday, who's in the Trash Squad, which is, her URL is Leather Whiskey Coffee Plaid. And what they're doing is they're calling all writers, all ships, whether it's a fic, whether it's art, whether it's a song, a fan video, anything.
If it's smutty, it's included.
And the smuttier the better. All you have to do is type it up, throw it up, post it up, and tag it Smut Appreciation Day. And so, and you can track that tag on Wednesday. And I know a lot of people were asking, well, what about for different time zones? If it is Wednesday where you are,
It's Smut Appreciation Day, honey.
exactly. So the cool thing is you get almost 48 hours of smut appreciation. So no matter what time you get on Tumblr, you're gonna see
smut.
it's gonna be smut-tastic.
I mean, I would suggest avoiding Tumblr if you are in polite company that day.
Right. Don't look at it at work.
Right. All of Tumblr will be not safe for work.
Right.
Okay. Well, I had a great time. This
I
was
did too.
awesome. I love you guys for coming out and indulging us.
Absolutely. And don't forget, you can send in any questions that we didn't get to tonight or any
Send it
questions.
to Orli's Lilypad.
Yep,
The link will
follow
be in the
Orli.
description.
Yeah.
Follow us. Send in questions.
You can also make sure you're following the pond, spnfanficpond.
Definitely.
.tumblr.com. You can also send questions there, and Kayla and Manna have agreed to forward them to me if they can't get to them, and we can answer them here.
Also, follow me and Ori. Our URLs are right below our faces right now. If you're not following us, send us a follow. Talk to us. Get a hold of us. We're both betas if you ever need it.
Yes, absolutely. Message us anytime. I think my beta email is posted somewhere. It's super simple. It's Ori Betas.
I will send people my beta email at the drop of a hat. So
Yeah, and just if you send it, just I don't check it very often unless somebody tells me they've sent something, and so just let me know you sent me something to beta, and I'll be happy to get to it as soon as I can.
Okay, guys, it was great. I loved having you all here. We'll be back next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.